Hello students, we are going to discuss about polynomials today. Okay, so that is introduction of polynomials. So before knowing about polynomials, let us know the basics, that is algebraic expressions. So an algebraic expression is a combination of constants and variable. Okay, constants and variables. So an algebraic expression is formed by taking considering a constant into a variable to the power of rational number. Okay, so if we have in this form, that is constant into variable to the power of a rational number, then whatever the expression we get, we call it as a algebraic expression. Okay, for example, let us consider 6x to the power of 1 by 5. So here 6 is called as the constant. Okay, and variable here is x, and this 1 by 5 is a rational number. So a combination of all these three will give you a algebraic expression. Okay, and also let us take one more example, 5x to the power of 2. Okay, here 5 is a constant, this is a constant, x is a variable, and 2 is a rational number because I can represent 2 as 2 by 1. Okay, so algebraic expression is nothing but constant into variable whole to the power of a rational number. Now what is this constant? Constant is a fixed value. For example, if I take example as date, okay, date will keep on changing, variable. Okay, variables keep on changing, whereas the month, if I consider, it will be remaining as a constant. Suppose if I take January month, so this is January is called as a constant because this is constant for all the dates of this January, that is 1 to 31, this is constant, hence it is called as a constant. Whereas variables are nothing but which are changing, 1, 2, 3, so on, it keeps on changing. So usually we represent variables with the letters x, y, z. X, y, z are called as the variables. Okay, here one more example let us take. If I take the date, that is 23rd July 2020. So here I can consider this 2020 also as a constant because it is a constant for the whole year, as well as this is also a constant for the whole month, and these dates will keep on changing, right? Hence they are called as variables. Now let us discuss about polynomials. Okay, what are these polynomials? It is nothing but an algebraic expression, in which power of a variable is a whole number. Okay, that means constant into variable to the power of a whole number will give you what? A polynomial. Okay, so here one important thing is all polynomials are algebraic expressions, but all algebraic expressions are not polynomials. are not polynomials. So here very important thing is we should have a constant and in a variable and whose power is a whole number. We know what are whole numbers. What are whole numbers? It can be from, whole numbers are nothing but the numbers which are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on, infinity. So the power of this variable should be a whole number. Hence they are called as polynomials. The next we have terms of a polynomial. Terms of a polynomial. So for that, let us consider an expression that is 5x square plus 6x cube plus 4x. Okay, so if you see here, 5 is a constant, x is a variable and the power is a whole number. 6 is a constant, x is a variable, power is a whole number. Similarly, 4 is a constant, x is a variable and it is having a power as 1. So it is nothing but a whole number. So now in this, if I see there, here we have three terms. The first term is 5x square and the second term is 6x cube and the third term is 4x. Okay, so therefore these are called as the terms of the polynomial. This 5x square, 6x cube and 4x are called as the terms of the polynomial. Suppose if I have 6x plus 0. Okay, so if I have this, 0 is not called as the term of the polynomial. Not a term. 0 is not called as a term of a polynomial. Now let us see coefficient of a polynomial. Coefficient of a polynomial. Okay, so what is this coefficient? Let us consider 6x cube plus 4x square plus 3x plus 5. Okay, it is called as a polynomial. Yes, yes, because here I can take that as x to the power of 0. Right, I can write this as, because 5 I have 5 nothing but x to the power of 0. X to the power of, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 5 into 1 will become 5. So in this, what is this coefficient? This is a variable. The variable with which it is getting multiplied is called as a coefficient. That means the coefficient of x cube is, the coefficient of x cube is 6. Because with the 6 it is getting multiplied. Okay, the constant is nothing but a coefficient. So here the coefficient of x square is nothing but 4 and here coefficient of x is nothing but 3. So these are called as the coefficients. Okay, let us take one more example. Suppose I have minus 5x square plus 2x. Okay, this is called as a polynomial and the coefficient of x square here will be minus 5. So coefficient should be considered along with the sign. Coefficient should be considered along with the sign and the coefficient of x is 2. So these are called as the coefficients of the polynomial. The next is constant polynomial. Okay, what is this constant polynomial? See, what is the general form of this polynomial? I said it as constant into variable to the power of a whole number will give you a polynomial. Okay, so what is this constant polynomial? Suppose if I have only 5, this 5 is called as a constant polynomial. Okay, 5 is called as a constant polynomial. Why it is called as a constant polynomial? Because I can write this 5 as 5 into x to the power of 0. I have a constant, I have a variable and the power is a whole number. So hence this is called as a constant polynomial. Okay. Next, what is a zero polynomial? Okay, that is 0 is called as a zero polynomial because I can represent 0 as 0 into x to the power of 0, which is nothing but 0. So hence it is called as a zero polynomial. Okay, the constant polynomial 0 is called as the zero polynomial. Now let us see some examples whether they form polynomials or not. Okay, the first one is x plus 1 by x. So first, in order to make it as a polynomial, this is an algebraic expression, right? Because I have a variable and the powers are, what powers I have? I have a rational number as a power. Okay, so I can write this as x plus x to the power of minus 1, right? So but here first term is a polynomial because I have x, whereas in the second term I have the power as negative, right? Hence it is not a polynomial because minus 1 is not a polynomial. A polynomial will be of what form? Polynomial will be of form is constant into variable to the power of a whole number. Okay, minus 1 is not a whole number. Therefore, if we have a negative power, then it is not a polynomial. Because of negative power, it's not a polynomial. Okay, now let's second one, root x plus 3. Root x plus 3 is an algebraic expression, but I can write this root x as x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 3. If I see here, 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so therefore not a polynomial. Okay, similarly the next one, cubed root of y plus y square. Y square is a polynomial, but as it is having cubed root, that is y to the power of 1 by 3 plus y square. So this, as it is having a power 1 by 3, same reason, not a whole number as well as not a polynomial. And if you see the last one, I have it as 3x square plus 2y plus z. Here I have different variables. So if I have a combination of different variables, then also it cannot be a polynomial. So therefore it is also not polynomial. So what you can conclude from this is if the powers are negative, then they are not a polynomial. If the powers are in the form of p by q form, they are not a polynomials. If the powers are rational number, not a polynomial. And if we have in different variables, they are not polynomials. Okay, now let us see polynomial. Polynomial is nothing but poly means many, nomials means terms. So it is a combination of different terms. So let us classify them. So that is classification of polynomials. Classification of polynomials based on number of terms. Okay, suppose I have only a single term. Okay, I have only a single term, that is 3x. Okay, if I have a single term, then it is called as a monomial. If I have only a single term in a polynomial, then it is called as a monomial. Mono means 1. Okay, hence it is called as a monomial. The next one is binomial. If I add 3x square plus 4x, I have here how many terms? 2 terms. Okay, if a polynomial is having 2 terms, then it is called as a binomial. What is it called as a binomial? And suppose, let us consider I have one more, that is 3x cube plus 4x square plus 3x. Here I can see 1 term, 2 term, 3 term. Hence I have 3 terms. If I have 3 terms in a polynomial, then it is called as a trinomial. Okay, suppose if I have 4 terms, that is 3x to the power of 4 plus 4x cube plus 5x square plus 6x. As I have 4 terms here, I have 4 terms here, right? 4 terms, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. And the next we have biquadratic polynomial, and it continues like that. But after 3 we can call them as polynomials. So this classification has been made based on the number of terms in it, right? If I have only a single term, then it is called as a monomial. If I have two terms, binomial. If I have three terms, it is called as a trinomial, because mono means 1, bi means 2, tri means 3, okay, and quadratic means 4. This is how polynomials can be classified on based on the number of terms. The next we have degree of a polynomial. Okay, what is this degree of a polynomial? See, we have constant, okay, constant into variable to the power of a whole number will make a polynomial, right? Constant into variable to the power of a whole number is called as a polynomial. So degree is nothing but this power, highest power of the variable, okay, highest power of the variable is called degree of the polynomial, is called degree of the polynomial. What does it mean? Let us take an example. 4x square plus 3x plus 2. So here the variables are x, and here also I'll have x to the power of 0, right? What is the highest power in this? It is having 0, it is having 1, it is having 2. So 2 is the highest one, hence it is called as the degree of the polynomial is nothing but 2. This 2 is called as degree of this polynomial. Suppose I have only 4x square, so this 2 only is called as a degree of the polynomial. I have 8x cube plus 7x to the power of 9 plus 10x to the power of 12. Okay, here powers are x cube, x to the power of 9, x to the power of 12. So this x to the power of 12 is highest, so therefore 12 is called as the degree of the polynomial. Degree of polynomial. Now let us classify the polynomials based on degree of a polynomial. So classification of polynomials based on degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. Okay, so we have seen that degree can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. So if the degree is 1, then it is called as a linear polynomial. It is called as a linear polynomial. So in a linear polynomial, the degree will be 1, that is 4x is the example. So here what you can see, the highest power is 1, hence it is degree is 1, hence it is called as a linear polynomial. Okay, if the degree is 2, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. The degree is 2, then it is called as a quadratic. Is 2, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. For example, 4x square plus 3x. So here the highest degree is 2, hence it is called as a quadratic polynomial. Okay, and the next one is degree 3. If the degree is 3, then it is called as a cubic polynomial. If the degree is 3, then it is called as a cubic polynomial, that is 4x cube plus 3x square plus 4. Here we have 3 terms and the highest power is 3 and the degree is 3, therefore it is called as a cubic polynomial. If the degree is 4, then it is called as a biquadratic polynomial. The degree is 4, it is called as a biquadratic polynomial. Okay, 4x to the power of 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x plus 5. Okay, the degree of the polynomial here 4, hence it is called as a biquadratic polynomial. Now let us see the general form of the linear polynomial. the linear polynomial will be in the form of ax plus b. Okay, ax plus b is called as a linear polynomial, and the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. This is called as the quadratic equation, that is quadratic polynomial degree 2. This is the general form. For a cubic polynomial, we will be getting it as ax cube plus bx square plus cx and plus d. Here you can see that the highest power is 3, hence it is called as a cubic polynomial. Whereas in the biquadratic polynomial, we can see that it will be the form of ax to the power of 4 bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. So you can see that for a degree 1 we are getting 2 terms, right? For a degree 2 we are getting 3 terms. For a degree 3 we are getting 4 terms. For a degree 4 you are getting 1 2 3 4 5 terms. So that means we are getting whatever the degree we have, we will get n plus 1 terms. We will get n plus 1 terms in the general form of the polynomial. Now a polynomial in one variable x of degree n is given by p of x is equals to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus so on a n minus 1 x to the power of n minus 1 plus a n x to the power of n. This is the polynomial which is there in one variable and its degree is n. Here condition is a n should not be equals to 0 and a naught, a1, a2, a3 so on are called as the constants, right? And this x, x2, x square, x cube, x power of n minus 1 are called as the variables. And also we can call this a0, a1, a2, a3, a4 are the coefficients of x, x square, x cube so on. So in general we represent a polynomial in this form.